Learning disabilities, all school teachers need to know about. The goal of this video is to provide an informative overview, present current strategies, and promote a deeper understanding of learning disabilities in the educational setting. I will try to shed some light on what learning disabilities are, how to identify them, and strategies to support students who have them. What are learning disabilities? Learning disabilities are neurological conditions that interfere with a person's ability to store, process, or produce information. These disabilities can manifest in various ways, such as difficulties in reading, writing, math, or even social skills. Early signs. Early signs may include trouble learning alphabets, numbers, difficulty following simple instructions, poor grip on writing tools. It's essential to pay attention to these early indicators to provide timely intervention. Identification and diagnosis. Diagnosis typically involves a comprehensive evaluation by a team of professionals, including psychologists, special educators, and sometimes even medical doctors. Role of teachers. As a teacher, you play a vital role in observing inconsistencies in a student's performance, providing classroom accommodations, collaborating with specialists. Classroom strategies may include differentiated instruction, multi-sensory teaching techniques, using assistive technology. These strategies can help cater to individual learning needs. Differentiated instruction. This involves tailoring your teaching methods to meet individual needs. For instance, using visual aids for a child with auditory processing issues can be incredibly beneficial. Multi-sensory teaching techniques. Multi-sensory techniques engage more than one sense at a time, aiding memory and skill development. For example, when teaching phonics, you can combine visual aids with touch and sound. Assistive technology. Software and devices like speech-to-text converters can be a boon for students with writing difficulties. Common types of learning disabilities include dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, ADHD, auditory processing disorder. These are some common types of learning disabilities you may encounter. Dyslexia, for example, affects reading and language-based processing skills. Dyscalculia affects a student's ability to understand math concepts. Each disability comes with its own set of challenges but also strengths. Let's look at these in some detail. Dyslexia. Dyslexia is a neurological and often genetic condition that affects language processing. It is not an issue of intelligence or laziness. Signs and symptoms. Difficulty in phonological processing, the manipulation of sounds. Problems with reading comprehension. Spelling issues. Difficulty recognizing written words. Classroom strategies. Use multi-sensory techniques like the Orton-Gillingham approach. Use graphic organizers. Provide audiobooks and dictation tools. Break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Dyscalculia. Dyscalculia is a specific learning disability in math. People with dyscalculia have difficulty understanding number-related concepts or using symbols or functions needed for success in mathematics. Signs and symptoms. Difficulty understanding number concepts, e.g., quantity, place value. Struggles with basic arithmetic. Trouble measuring things or reading maps. Classroom strategies. Use manipulatives and visual aids to represent mathematical concepts. Use real-world examples that make math meaningful. Provide calculators and tables when appropriate. Dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a neurological disorder characterized by writing disabilities. Specifically, the disorder causes a person's writing to be distorted or incorrect. Signs and symptoms. Illegible handwriting or inconsistent spacing. Poor spatial planning on paper. Difficulty thinking and writing at the same time. Classroom strategies. Allow the use of audio recordings instead of handwritten assignments. Offer extended time for writing tasks. Use paper with raised lines for a sensory guide. ADHD, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder affecting both children and adults. It's characterized by persistent issues of attention, hyperactivity, and sometimes impulsivity. Signs and symptoms. Difficulty maintaining focus on one task. Hyperactivity and restlessness. Impulsive behavior. Difficulty following through on tasks. Classroom strategies. Break tasks into smaller steps and provide clear, concise instructions. Use positive reinforcement and immediate feedback. Establish a quiet and organized workspace. Auditory processing disorder, APD. APD is a set of disorders affecting the ability to understand spoken language. It's not a hearing problem, but rather an issue with how the brain processes auditory information. Signs and symptoms. Difficulty hearing in noisy environments. Trouble following complex oral instructions. Frequently asking for information to be repeated. Classroom strategies. Use visual aids and written instructions. Allow use of transcription or note-taking services. Use assisted listening devices. I hope this provides a thorough overview of these learning disabilities. Please keep in mind that these are general descriptions and strategies. Each child is unique and may not fit neatly into these categories. Always consult with educational and healthcare professionals for a full diagnosis and tailored intervention plan. Collaboration and communication. Constantly communicate with the special education department, counselors, and parents. Working together amplifies the support network for the child. Conclusion. By understanding the nature and nuances of learning disabilities, you can become an invaluable asset in these students' educational journey. Education is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor, and your role in recognizing and accommodating learning disabilities is pivotal. Thank you for your time today. Thanks for watching.